This is TWiT.
My story was a New Yorker story I'm sure you read because you read it cover to cover, Jeff Jarvis.
Well, actually, no, I limit how many I get a month, so I chose not to read this one.
I'll read it in like three weeks when I get around to that particular issue.
This came out in the October 9th issue, so it's the newest New Yorker. Why Facebook can't fix itself. Andrew Moritz.
I wasn't going to use one of my 3 clicks on this. I just said, nope, not doing it.
Well, maybe
Leo's
you
going to try to trick me into it.
Maybe you should just open your eyes to what's going on, my friend.
This is where Ant and I go do something else. We should have the Stacey Ant sidebar.
The weekly fisticuffs between Jeff and
Hold on a second. I've got to get something.
Oh, crap. All right. I guess there's nothing more to say about it. The issue
Jeff
is...
just went to get his... I'm betting it's the Moral Panic Bulletin. Oh, it is!
Here's the quote. In retrospect, and he has a lot of establishing facts, of course, it seems the company, Facebook's strategy, has never been to manage the problem of dangerous content, but to manage the public's perception of the problem.
Let's stop right there. The whole concept of dangerous content should be kind of offensive to a journalist. That content, that speech can be dangerous.
Speech can be dangerous. We can say yelling fire in a crowded theater, right?
Yeah.
But coaxing people to like violently liberate Michigan could lead to weird plots to kidnap the governor.
Facebook routinely removes ISIS recruitment propaganda, but it's been far less aggressive in cracking down on white supremacist groups. So they do, in fact, police it. The point is that it's as is their right. As is their right. No, I'm not saying they're doing anything illegal. They refer to Nick Clegg, who wrote that Facebook, who's there now, and what is he, the head of communications? He wrote that Facebook takes a zero-tolerance approach to hate speech, but with so much content posted every day, rooting out the hate is like looking for a needle in a haystack. The author continues, the metaphor casts Zuckerberg as a hapless victim of fate. Day after day, through no fault of his own, his haystack ends up mysteriously full of needles. A more honest metaphor would posit a powerful set of magnets at the center of the haystack, Facebook's algorithms. I think this is true, which attract and elevate whatever content is most highly charged.
And I need yours. Yours is better. I need yours, Ant.
This is how the system... Do you deny that that's how the system is designed to work? That's what the algorithm does?
Yes, I do.
You don't think that's what it does?
I don't see a Nazi in sight. And I see no data, we can't get it out of them, which is part of the problem. They should be more transparent about this, of how many Nazis there are and how many people see them.
So Facebook's claim is, yes, we don't allow it, but it's so impossible for us to stop it that we do the best we can, but it's so
I think it was my friend Ben Evans who went after Borat today, because Borat was screaming about this, and he said, you who traffic in satire should know how difficult it is then to tell the difference between satire and real, and it is not easy.
So what should Facebook do? They should just continue to do what they're doing?
No, I think Facebook should do a lot more, but I don't think they should do it under government pressure.
Well, this isn't the government, it's the freaking New Yorker.
Well, but that's where it heads. And today you have the case, you have the case where Facebook and Twitter decided not to promote, and please let's not add anything to this, a really awful New York Post story.
I saw that.
And then you have
senator
of the United States screaming that this is Facebook, another public official screaming, you're using the public airwaves, as in cell towers and Wi-Fi, and we're going to force you to put this back up. And compelled speech is not free speech, and that's where this goes. That's my problem. So yes, I think Facebook should have a better rule set for how they run their garden party. Yes, they should have a North Star. They should decide that things just aren't appropriate there. And for whatever reason, they decide it's not appropriate and it's our party, so screw you. We're taking this down. I think they should do a lot more of that on their own, but they should not do it under pressure from government and media pressuring government unaware of what they're doing around freedom of expression.
All right. Yeah, I actually, I should go to the end of this thing and see what his prescription is, because I didn't get that far.
Probably to subscribe to magazines.
He does say these restrictions are likely to feed into the notion that social media discriminates against conservatives.
Exactly.
This has become a right-wing talking point, although the bulk of evidence suggests the opposite. He refers to, as you have, Kevin Roos's top 10 link posts, almost always dominated by far-right celebrities or news outlets.
Let's stop right there for a second. As Facebook himself, he uses Facebook data from a Facebook company they bought, which is part of a Facebook problem. But as Facebook's people have pointed out, what's BS about that, and I've written about this too, all trending things, Twitter trending too, the number of people who actually see that thing, which is supposedly the number one news story on all of Facebook.
You would like this author, because he says exactly that. He says it would be much more appropriate to rank by reach instead of interactions, but the problem is that information is sealed up inside Facebook, and they're not telling anybody what the reach of any post is. Maybe that would be a useful thing Facebook could do. Honestly, I understand why they don't want to give ammunition to their critics, but if they don't give ammunition to their critics, they're going to get more critiques, not fewer.
So this is where the regulatory Transatlantic High-Level Working Group on Content Moderation and Freedom of Expression, of which I was a part, and the report says that, yes, we need to get data about impact out of them so that researchers can look at it and then come back and say, this is a problem or this is not.
Right. Okay. Yeah, this article, which I thought was quite well put together, Andrew Morantz does not call for any action at all. He's just simply
didn't want to use my click.
Setting the stage. You don't have to use your click. I've now told you everything that's in this 5,000 word article.
In about 4 weeks, Stacey can tell me what it says too, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, sorry.